So a stock that I had been quite an advocate for quite a while, I've ended up selling, and of course, as you can see from the title, that stock is Palantir. So as promised in a previous video, I'm giving you guys a dedicated video on why it is that I've come to the decision to sell the stock. So a bit of context, let's take a look at the Palantir stock. Over the last year, it's down 60%, and of course, that's not an anomaly. The whole stock market has pretty much been down year to date. Even Tesla, which is my biggest position, is down just under 50%, so it's not even too crazy to say that a stock is down 60+% over the last year. And of course, in that time, it fell from about $18 at the start of the year, and it's now sitting at around $7. And even just today, at the time of recording this video, it dropped a further 7%. So for those who have not watched a previous video of mine before where you've seen my portfolio, I held Palantir at about 5% of my overall portfolio, and it was competing there to be my second or third biggest position, with the rest of my portfolio being made up of Tesla mostly. And while I still think Palantir is a great company, is dealing with great technology and has a very strong future, I'm just not sure right now how long it will be before it will be recognized by Wall Street as a good stock and will actually see some appreciation in the stock price. There was a time probably a year and a half ago where it was lumped in with the likes of GameStop and AMC and these kind of stocks, and at the time that was good for the stock because it boosted it up a bit, but over the long term it wasn't beneficial to its longevity. Because the likes of GameStop and AMC were genuinely struggling businesses, while Palantir is actually more geared towards the future with the work that they're doing. And it basically gave it a reputation to a lot of Wall Street analysts as a stock to not take that seriously. So that's one of the reasons, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why I think Palantir has not been received that well by the Wall Street analysts, and of course then reflected in the stock price. And just some information on when I actually sold it. I sold it on the 16th of September for a stock price of just under $8. And the reason I did so is because I wanted to allocate that money into Tesla, because Tesla was also down at the time, and I just have more confidence in seeing Tesla stock price rebound than I do than Palantir. Now, as I said, I think it's a great company for the long term, so if you're investing in Palantir right now, especially at these prices, I think in 5 years' time it'll actually turn out to be a great investment. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if it did take maybe 3, 4 or 5 years to actually see the stock price have a good reflection on what the business actually does. Because despite having a good Q3, which was just released recently, the stock price is still getting heavily beat down. And of course, the whole economy and the macro environment right now will have an impact on pretty much all stocks, no matter of how well they do this last quarter here. And while Palantir did miss on their earnings per share, they did have a beat on revenues, and they grew their current assets from $2.29 billion to $2.45 billion, and the company has no debt. And they are showing good growth with 132% customer growth in the US, so the company is definitely making some positive moves. But I just think the current time frame before we see a reflection in their stock price on how well they're doing is probably going to be 2, maybe 3 years out. And as I said, if you're more than happy to be buying at these prices with the expectation to see a return in that time frame, I think Palantir is a really good buy personally. But for me, I have some other things that I maybe need to sell some stocks for in the next couple of months, and right now I just didn't think it was a good idea to hold the Palantir stock because I think it will fall more than my money would in other investments, even in the likes of Tesla. Now that being said, Palantir are giving guidance for a good Q4 to come, and I think Q4 generally will be a better quarter for most companies than Q3 was. But even if they do manage to beat expectations in Q4, I just don't see the stock price coming back to a level, first of all, of what I bought it at. I'll obviously still be in a loss. I just don't see it having that big of a jump, a sustained jump even, if they do manage to have a good Q4. So all in all for Palantir, I have sold it for now. I currently do not own any Palantir stock. Am I still a fan of the stock in the long term, 3, 4, 5 years out? I would say yes. Will I be buying back in the future? Yes, definitely. As I said, in the next couple of months, I may be looking at an alternative investment, so I want to keep my money from dropping as best as I can. And I just think in the next couple of months, I don't see Palantir stock moving too much, but of course, I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm a fan of Palantir, just not invested in it right now. I thought I'd give you guys a video just letting you know that I have sold my position currently, because I know some of you people are interested from it from previous videos that I made, so it's always good to give you an update on my current portfolio. Anyway guys, hopefully that video was good. If you did enjoy it, make sure you do drop a like on this video. If you're holding Palantir stock right now or planning to buy some, I'd love to know why in the comment section below, and let me know some other stocks that you guys are looking at as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in another video.